Warning, this video is intended for audience who are 13 or older. If you are not 13 or older, please fuck off and tell your parents to moderate what you watch online.
You know, if you think about it, the timeline of this series makes actually no sense within the context of Revice. Within the main series.
Well, it's
right?
either that or the characters just have a lot of
this
time.
specifically, this part that makes no sense in the timeline.
Yeah.
Nothing else in the timeline makes no sense. But this specifically makes no sense in the timeline of Revice. I mean, Revice has its issues. And again, and if we're scaling the Reiwa era of fucking Kamen Rider, it's not the worst. But like, this is the grand sin, right? You know, oh no, this doesn't make any sense. Yeah, okay.
Right? Because what is it? Right? Because this ethnic, right? Because this ends with Hiromi putting back on his Phoenix uniform, right? And going back to what I assume is the city to be like, uh-oh, hey, I should probably tell someone that my work has been infiltrated, you know, and that my superior was actually a chameleon monster in disguise.
Right.
And that I was killed, like, or I was attacked by someone who stole my fucking, like...
I hope my subordinate Daiji doesn't go on a fucking rampage against his family and tries to kill them, you know, right?
Oh, no, yeah.
When I come back, I hope Daiji is still in the...
It's been so long. I don't remember where Dear Gaga technically, like, ends. You know, and then it begins to revive.
Well, William, the prodigal son returns. Let's remind you. Let's take a trip on the Wayback Machine.
Okay. Or is that
way back when we were still all together as a cohesive unit, and some of us were still trying to do this stupid fucking goddamn bullshit. And regardless of the pain that it caused them to a certain extent, we all went, hey, there's a bunch of fucking tangential media to the goddamn tokusatsu shit of Japan. And so we went, okay, cool, I guess we'll talk about that shit too. And then, fucking Dear Gaga came out because, they shot Hiromi in the tokusatsu chest, which is to say, a bunch of sparks blew up and he flew off of a cliff. And then they said, we need to make sure that we have an explanation for what happened to Hiromi, even though we could have just written him out of the show, but they went, I mean, people like this guy, so fuck.
He was voted #1 on the character popularity poll, you know,
motherfucking Spider-Man. It turns out kids like Spider-Man.
Wait, so this is...
Hold on, no, shut the fuck up. You wanted an explanation, you're getting an explanation.
So long to get to it that
no, you sit back in your place now. Master Plan has been enacted. You are third fiddle to this fucking... Shut the... listen, hey, I'll find you.
Yeah,
I swear to God.
But if you
leave again... No, you don't understand. You don't understand. William, you do not understand. If you leave again, there will be a goddamn fucking rampage. I will... It's cool, great, whatever. I will use resources to find you, track you down, and either force you back into servitude, or find your replacement.
I mean, well, who
okay?
Well,
that's how that's gonna be.
Who would replace me?
Exactly.
Who could?
I don't know. Maybe it'll be somebody that I have to look. I'll figure stuff out. But I'm just saying, the minute that you leave, you're creating more problems, either for yourself or some innocent person.
Wait, hold on. You're gonna bring bystanders into this? Wait, what are you gonna say?
Look, hey.
Is this?
I can record this from anywhere. All right, Discord is an app on my phone, and so I can have a voice recorder and a fucking Discord app. And I can just go, hey, what'd you think of the new episode of fucking goddamn...
bystander who's probably hasn't used...
And they'll go, what the fuck are you talking about? I'll go, no, come back here. Why are you running? Okay? So you better shut the fuck up and listen to what the fuck I have to say. So what I'm trying to say is, because this absolute plebeian decided to fucking... This delinquent of fucking recording decided to interrupt... Let me put it this way. So Hiromi got killed for a second, and then they were like, Hiromi's not dead. He just has memory loss, but he's in a village. He's back home, and we gotta give him back his memories. Maybe if we send him a care package
or something.
Maybe hey, you don't get to talk either. If we give him a care package, full of like everybody sending poorly edited. If we spend an entire episode on poorly edited, but actively worked on like footage to try and remind him and give him a clip show, maybe we'll get Hiromi back. And everyone went, I mean, sure, that's really stupid. But at the time that they did that episode, they already announced that the only reason we're doing this episode is because we decided that we're doing a tangential episode, or, like, pair of episodes to go, hey, do you want to know what happened to Hiromi after he got blasted off that fucking cliff? Well, it turns out he wound up back at home and with amnesia, quote unquote. And then he showed up at like episode, I want to say 36 or something, and he just fucking like was like, hey, don't worry, I'm back and I'm here to totally fix all the problems.
Look,
and then it was like,
Daiji,
but then
stop being sad.
Daiji, hey, I know that you're really like bent out of shape about the nurse character, that we've had almost no interaction between you and her beforehand, and like all of a sudden you're really bent out of shape. Like there's no romantic relationship with her, there's no friendship relationship. Like you guys, honestly, your brother, like Iki has had more interactions with her than you have. But sure, I guess like I too would murder my family over my fucking dying older coworkers. That's not true at all. I'd let them die so fucking fast. But like the idea that it just like, oh, Hiromi's gonna come back, and it was like, this is when he comes back? Even though he said that he didn't like have his memories, but now he does have his memories, and then they just go, oh, so you had to fake having no memories. It's like, but why? But why did you have to fake having no memories? And so this is the answer to that question.
I mean, at this point,
this is the answer to the question of why did Hiromi have why did Hiromi have to pretend to have no memories? And the answer is he didn't. The answer is he didn't, and he was stupid, and it was all stupid the whole time.
Honestly, at this point, I just kind of view it as this is just Hiromi like looking for a reason to like stay on vacation. Because I doubt that man is taking a single vacation.
Reasonably, right? Like, based off of how Phoenix was run literally into the ground twice, right? I think Hiromi had the right idea of, like, listen, I get my life insurance package and, like, the fucking, severance, like, severance pay plus what's it called?
Hopefully he didn't have a 401k with them.
Not Social Security. What's the P1? The P1
pension.
Pension. Yeah, he's like look, I'm retired and dead. I've got all the monies. Like I'm covered for the rest of my life. Like why would I ever fucking like show the fuck back up? Well, like. Oh god. Hey, it's hey, in case people didn't know what the fuck we're doing, it's fucking Kamen Rider Revice, Dear Gaga, episode 2.
Mm-hmm.
It's only been, let me just look at it.
You're looking for when we last recorded
approximately, it's been approximately gotta get those details. Let me see those details. Okay, There we go. Yep, list content. Alright, so that was... Why is it not showing my details? Oh, that's weird. That's problematic. Yeah, maybe. I don't give a shit. Whatever. Fucking, it's been a while. It's been almost a year It was July of last
Oh
year.
yeah, I see it.
Mhm.
July 1st, according to when we
Yeah.
recorded this. Now that I see it.
Yeah.
Hey, let's check out when I actually uploaded that episode. August 12th.
Oh, yeah.
So there you go.
Cool. Just in time for the Tokyo
I
Olympics.
forgot that
Yeah.
was the whole thing.
Right?
too.
And look, I want you to know, there are videos that we recorded for the Tokyo Olympics that I still
Are
have
you
not
joking me?
uploaded.
What
That's
was
how
the
much
point of the
backlog
bit if it's gonna
media
be so late? What is the point?
Oh no! Wait! That's the secret. The Tokyo Olympics is always happening
It's
in
always
our heart.
happening.
All right.
Hey, William, I think that this seems like a good point for us to riot and protest and unionize and say he has to release all the backlog videos before he makes us
You know,
record
I'm
a
down
single
with
other
that.
video. Yeah, hey, listen, hey,
Austin.
don't worry. I got your number. You got mine because I've been harassing you. Okay? Alright? We just gotta, hey.
And look, and Tariq
Hold
also
on.
has David's number to get your number from. So Tariq will get your number.
But
somehow.
I don't need David's number to get your number anymore because I got your number.
I mean, honestly, Austin, I mean, I think you should release those videos now. Tariq has
Yeah,
resources.
I think you're.
I mean, I am.
man.
I am.
He threatened me with resources.
Look. Everything's on a schedule. All right. Look, I
Mhm.
record everything. I think in terms of backlog video, I think there are 5 videos that I still have not released yet that are on the backlog. Not including the Rico stuff that's being recorded right now, right? Because I'm actually getting recorded to it, right? Because I try to keep at least like 5 videos as extreme, like as generic videos that could be released
Just
at
in
any
case of
point in
emergency,
time
break glass.
without work. Yeah, in case of emergency, like I don't know, someone having a mental breakdown and disappearing
Okay.
for
All right.
5 months, and
That's-
you know.
That's a little much and a little. Okay,
No.
blurb that out. Blurb that out.
Oh, what do you
Blurb
mean?
that out.
I wasn't insinuating anyone. I don't know what you're trying. I don't know what
Okay.
you're trying to say. But
Let me
anyway,
blurb
hey,
out.
this
I'm gonna listen
special
to
was
every
definitely
blurb out.
recorded. Was definitely recorded before they knew what they were doing with Hiromi's character, right?
Right. I mean, he's just kind of lounging around, dude.
It's good.
Oh
I mean,
my
like,
God.
it's good that they always wanted to bring Hiromi back into the show, but they didn't know how they were gonna bring it back, so they
So
filmed
wait,
this.
is he
Right, 'cause
really
what is it?
here
Oh,
just
let's
because
see.
due to popular demand in Japan? Is that really the case?
Oh yeah,
Hey,
no,
why
no,
is
he
it,
was
William? Why is your
voted-
phone off?
Why is my
Why is your phone off?
Did you not get a?
It's going straight to voicemail. Let's
Wait,
let's
do you have my
voicemail out.
number? Hold on, blurb this out.
Okay.
Actually, I'll type it in.
This is how unionization works. Okay, trust me, I know.
Okay, yeah. Yeah,
But I'll delete that in a little bit. But anyway,
Well, what do you mean? That's only like you don't want Molly to know your
I just
number.
don't want my
Okay.
personal information just like being out there, dude.
Yeah.
No,
I mean, I'm not
like,
putting
just
your
out in
personal
general,
information
like,
out.
in
I'm
Discord
not-
is what I mean, because I don't trust Discord like that.
I'm not. Who put your number? I didn't put. Yes, that's your. I mean,
It shouldn't
what
be
did
going
you?
straight. No, but
Why
the thing
did you
is,
put
like,
your-
I should be getting a call.
Yeah, I mean that's your number,
No,
but I
should
don't
be
know why
getting
you
a
put
call,
that
that's what
number
I'm
in
saying,
the
because
Discord.
thing is,
Yeah, well that's your
no, what
phone
I'm saying is
number.
that I was like, maybe you have the wrong phone number, or maybe it's spelled differently or something.
No, that's not. Well, why? Okay,
The thing is,
hold
my
on.
phone is
You
on.
said
The thing
I
is,
don't
my
want.
phone is
I don't
on.
want to put my. No, shut up. This is really bad, William. I just need to, for your own sake. You said, "Hey, I don't want like Discord to have my phone number." So you typed
Yeah,
in your
but, like, what
own
I'm
phone
saying-
number
okay, no.
in case
No,
I was
because
typing in the
look,
wrong
because
phone
First
number.
of all, I can just delete the information.
no,
and
William,
it'll be
that's
gone in,
bad
like, a
logic.
second. That's what I just did.
If you typed in the number that was. If you had typed in the number that was calling you, that might
No,
make
because
sense.
I'm not getting any calls.
But you
I'm not
typed
getting
in
any
your own
calls from
phone
you.
number.
I'm not getting any calls.
So it's probably because
I didn't block any number on here. That's the thing. I don't block numbers on here.
I would think that you would, based off of some of the text messages I had.
Wait,
All right.
did you send me texts? Oh,
Oh,
no, yeah.
yeah.
I forgot. You left me a voicemail. It was saying you were desperately asking for me to come back because you just were suffering.
Yeah, but I really needed that. I really needed you back. I really needed you back.
Oh
Let's
my
go
god.
back. I left you a voicemail, and I also left you a bunch of really insinuating phone numbers of like, Why did you get me pregnant?
You see, no, okay. I have a story to tell real quick before we actually get into the show, into the episode proper. And we really
you have a story?
Yeah, sure.
No,
sure.
legit,
Is this the William Guinan part?
Like, no, let me
your Dear
explain,
Gaga
Austin. Let me
moment?
tell the story.
Dear William, dear William, dear Willie.
The thing is, it was like the middle of the fucking night. I was tired as shit, and I decided, okay, just let everybody else know, I get high sometimes because I am stressed. Okay. So
oh no, William gets high. He's such a bad boy.
I hear my fucking phone go off. Like, what the fuck? Who the fuck is calling me? But I didn't pick it up in time. So I get the voicemail, and he's like, you're talking about like someone is dying, and then and I'm like, when I hear that, I thought two things. Okay, one. Oh my god, is someone in my family actually
it's Joseph.
Dead?
Oh god, no.
Telling me, or telling me something horrible's happened. Or two, is this some weird ass fucking scam? Either way, both are unwanted at this time of night. Because I am tired. I have work the next day, and then I hear this shit.
In general.
But then I mean,
no one will
then
want
I hear
that.
the call, and I'm like, wait, pregnant? And then just like, I need you back. It's like, it's fucking Tariq. What the fuck is this shit? And then I just fucking.
You can't prove that was me. I don't think you can prove that was me.
I was listening to it, and I was slowly being filled with unimaginable rage because, for one thing, I thought it was an action. I thought it was a serious thing. I was in a compromised mental situation, and then you leave a voicemail like that, and then I'm just like, what the?
Oh no! You were in a compromised mental situation? Oh, that's terrible! Hey, take that for 27 weeks of fucking goddamn, like, Dawn
God.
Brothers. Hey, here's the chat logs.
Dear Gaga episode 2. I don't know if we do intros for these anymore, but we're here now.
No.
I don't know either, but hey.
Alright, so I looked this up. Alright, so... So Dear Gaga episode 2 was released on Kamen Rider Revised Blu-ray Part 2, right? I think we talked about this in episode 1, I don't fucking remember. So, the Blu-ray episode 2 came out in August of 2022, right?
Sure.
So, by that point, Revice... So, it was August, right? What episode do you think Revice was in at this point?
At, like, 42.
Yep. It was 47. This Blu-ray episode 2, Blu-ray part 2, when episode 2 was released near the end of the series.
Yeah.
Right? And so we know from Kamen Rider Production, like, all this stuff is filmed in advance, and they just say that shit. And I'm assuming that
but they just released it so late in the actual broadcast of these, like, episodes. Like,
right?
to the point that
Dear Gaga was filmed back to back. Like, they didn't film episode 1. Alright, everyone meet back here in 3 months, and we'll record part 2 for the Blu-ray. Right?
Oh yeah, I know. That's the point. No. I was intentionally trying to terrorize you until you came the fuck back. I was going to. You don't understand. If this expanded past King Oger, you'd have been in a world of hurt.
Anyway, sorry, I had to mention that real quick. But what were we saying, Austin?
Right, but yeah. So that means like all this episode 2 was filming like way in advance before they got to that point in the series. And it's absolutely insane. Because you didn't know by the end of this episode, whatever happens at the end of this episode, that corresponds with when Hiromi comes back within the actual show.
He's just dressed completely differently when he comes back. He's like in like regular casual.
Yeah, he's like.
Well, he just walked back. Look, he changed clothes on the way home. Or the way back to his...
He's like, boy, I hope Phoenix is still a good organization when I come back, you know, right? I'm ready to face my workplace now, so I'm gonna wear my suit
as soon as he sees the
I hope
news
everyone is
of
still
just, like,
there.
of the headquarters.
Oh, did
he was on his way to work. He was gonna head back into headquarters, and he finds out I was like buried in the fucking ocean or something like that. And he's like, well...
Right?
As far as I understand it, being... a Proud Boy just means being a proud young man. What do you mean about January 6th? Like, actually, he just goes like, I'm proudly wearing my... Oh no. Oopsie.
Oh my God, dude.
Yeah. And boy, watching this again makes me realize that I forgot that this is still set in the world of Revice, and that this is not just like some weird slice of life. Because a guy shows up with his fucking demon and everything to right, everything about this. I keep forgetting that this is just supposed to be a generic slice of life. Like, this is the life of a guy. This is what happens when you don't have the DNA of the devil in you, right? And you actually try to live your life normally until people with fucking demons come to your house to bother you, you know.
Exactly.
Right? It's like when Daiji shows up, I forget when Daiji and Iki shows up and everything. I was like, oh yeah, they're just here. And then Vice comes out like, hey, what's up? Check it out. I'm a demon. I'm floating around. What's going? I forgot that this was supposed to be set in the world of Revice, and that Vice is like some fucking stupid ghost that shows up that no one can see or interact with except for Iki.
Yeah.
You know.
Also.
And like everything about this special was like pretty good, and then it just kind of throws you off. Showing up just took me out of it.
Because it has to remind you that this is Kamen Rider Revice. It's part of the main show.
Right, because that's the thing with like exponential media, right? They still try to keep it in. They still try like, oh yeah, we gotta advertise some fucking stupid thing, right? And I forget this is like there's like no actual there's no actual advertisement for like any for like any like Vice stamps or drivers or belts or any of that. Like, this is actually just supposed to be a actual slice of life piece of media, which they rarely ever do in Kamen Rider side media that isn't made to like advertise, hey, go buy the Dear Gaga Vice stamp after this, you know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I still can't get over it, like going to the beginning of the episode. It's just like they never named the disease, do they? They never do that.
She just has generic anime disease. You know, the most critical disease of all of Japanese media.
She has the disease of being an anime mom, I mean, you know, right?
To be fair, that's very true. Her son does have some, what do you call it? Shonen backstory protag vibes, you know? That kind of thing.
I mean, yeah, that's why everybody loves Hiromi, because he's generic, he's like, burnt out shonen protagonist.
You think this is what happens to shonen protagonists when they grow up?
Like, again... Well, Hiromi and George are two sides of the coin. I think I joked about this earlier before. It's like, Hiromi is the, like, get in the robot Shinji sort of, like, anime protagonist that, like, people go, oh, he's so sad. He and his everything, he's just trying to live his best life. Like, that's, and they go, that's so me. And then George is like absolute Giga Chad, like I do 700 push-ups before the rest of you have even eaten breakfast. Like, and I've got all my toys out because like they watch when I like fuck like hot model babes, like that's those are the two sides of like Kamen Rider fandom, basically of like people who think they're just straight up like Giga Chads, and then those who go like, I'm the saddest boy, and I know how to be the best boy, and if I were a Kamen Rider, I would go out and take care of my mom until she died, and then when she died, I'd go out and live my sad, dark backstory to go and fight evil and bring back, defeat the worms.
Also, he's still suffering under hallucinations. Right?
Is it hallucination? I thought it was like he just can't go over his demons. Is that what it is?
Or like, I mean, you know, he was having a hallucination in the form.
I mean, not like his actual Kamen Rider Revice demon, but more like his own past and trauma, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It's the fact that he doesn't want to admit it, right? Like, he doesn't want to move on, right? Also, by the way, I just want to let you know, we still don't know what Wakabayashi is actually like, because we still have not seen.
Yeah, because we literally he died in episode 1.
Oh yeah,
and
all technicality.
Not even in episode 1. He died like 10 minutes in, and we didn't even know.
Whole other person,
right? So even the Wakabayashi in Hiromi's past trauma is just his personal representation right,
Yeah.
of Wakabayashi. So I can't tell if this is...
Honestly,
I can't tell, like, if what type of personality Wakabayashi actually is. Because we don't actually know what Wakabayashi's, character is actually
yeah,
supposed
but at this point,
to
I
be.
think honestly, this is all we're really gonna get out of the most genuine like portrayal of his character, you know. Well, just imagine.
Hey, William, did you get that picture though?
With Wakabayashi, all right.
God. Also, he was drinking sake. Did he? Do you think he was like? Do you think he left that out there for him, or was he like? Was his manifestation real?
I mean, maybe. It's like Santa Claus.
He's just like you. Next morning, you're like.
Sometimes you want to get toasted with Santa, and sometimes you want to get toasted with the dead ghost of your fallen superior.
Like, if this is Santa in this case, most people realize that when they grow up, Santa was really just their parents. So you're telling me like it?
Yeah, well, based off of Hiromi, it's like my parents are dead, my superior is dead. They could all be
Santa.
Santa.
He could just be having a nice drink with his mother, and he's having a delusion this whole time, you know.
I don't think he's having a nice drink with his mother. So this is okay. So we're shit posting a lot. This is an episode that is like 100% just trying to give Hiromi, I guess, backstory and reason to come back to Phoenix and like the fight. But between both the fact that like the timing in which it's broadcast and the timing of its release and the way that it's released, it's not like a bunch of flashbacks. It's not like something interspersed between the show, like little like 2 to 5 minute tidbits of stuff going on with Hiromi in between Kamen Rider. Like this entire, if they had cut down, if they had really like edited through like these 2 episodes instead of like making the entire episode of like, hey, let's make a let's send a time capsule recap video to Hiromi, this would have made more sense when he comes back. But that's not what we got. It's just this really long, rambling sort of like thing of like, yeah, Hiromi's, I mean, his life is sad, but why did you make it like this? And why does it have to be specifically in between, like, in the canon of the original, like, series? You know?
I mean, yeah, there's a lot of...
Like, in comparison, so 01, right? Was the first Reiwa Kamen Rider series.
Yeah, we talk about 01 a lot, as you can tell.
But I'm just saying, a lot of its supplemental content most of its supplemental content has been after the series came out.
Right.
Right? Like, it got fucked by COVID, but, like, most of the supplemental content that they've released has been after it came out.
Right.
And chronologically, within that content, it has been after the original series finished.
And by the way, you can watch all 01 legally in the US, by the way, just to let you know.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and that's what we did, absolutely. But, like, the fact that it had that whole thing, and there's a whole bunch of, like, very, like, I guess, relevant, not necessarily important or, like, necessary, like, content that happens afterwards. But it's like, if you want to pursue these, like, if you want to learn more afterwards about these characters, like, what the epilogue, you know, if you want to watch some epilogue content, it's there. This is not epilogue content. This is, like, explanatory content before you get to the final, like, to the episode where the character comes back into relevance. but it comes out after that character comes back.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, why would you make it like this within the chronology of the series, and why would you make it like this within the timeline of the actual, like, release dates, you know? It's like, there's so many poorly taken choices with this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean...
But yeah, it's all about Gagas. It's all about, ooh la la.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Look, Hiromi's dad died saving a child.
Yeah.
And that seemed like a very not...
Just like Hiromi's waiting to do.
Point on as well. I mean, I'm not gonna really fault them for like the fact that they couldn't actually, flood an actual river, but it just kind of seems kind of comical. Like, my dad died like rescuing a child in a river that was flooding, and it was like, I mean, I respect it, but that river did not look like it was that big of an issue.
No, it didn't.
It's kind of like that. What is that meme where there's a guy who has his head sticking out the water? He's like, "Help me!" But then you look at it, yeah.
Oh, that meme, yeah.
He's actually just sitting down under the water.
All right. Let's say you jump into a river to save a small child, then right?
Well, I mean, if I come across a situation, sure, I'll be sure to bring out my phone and record it and let you know ahead of time.
Okay.
Oh, wow. TikTok star William over here trying to record a dead child. Call him William. Call him William Paul.
Small village, by the way. I keep forgetting that
situation. Man.
I feel like Hiromi went back to his home small town village where I don't know the name of this stupid kid. I don't care enough to remember the name of this kid.
He's just Strawberry Thief, man. That's what he is.
Yeah, Strawberry Thief kid, right? Who gets bullied by 3 kids. I feel like this is such a small town and village that everyone knows each other.
Like someone should have stepped in by this point or would have figured it out, because this is such a small town, they know what's going on. They'd be like, "That's strange. Hey kid, what's going on?" It's like, nothing. It's like, "Hey, I know your mom down the street. What's going on?"
Yeah, but also like maybe the child is hungry and like maybe we should like do better to provide for this child.
For our community,
Oh yeah,
right?
Yeah. Like, why is the child feeling like he has to resort to stealing?
Stealing these strawberries, right? And right?
The strawberries aren't that filling.
I'm really glad that it was a small child and not some stupid shocker or stupid kaijin that was going around stealing these things. Or
the kid didn't turn out to like hit himself with a stamp to turn into a demon.
Right? Like it wasn't like in fact, like I said, it goes back to the fact that I keep forgetting this is an actual slice of life, not an actual Kamen Rider Revice episode, right? And he solves it with like, hey, stop doing that, Look, kid, just do this cool pose like how I used to do, right? This is what everyone ever does.
Back in the big city.
Yeah, like look, I had a belt. It allows me to transform. I like to do these cool poses, right? Yeah, so what if my belt that I was using was slowly eating away at my life force,
And
right?
made with the soul of a demon that fucking was made from a middle-aged guy that had his memories robbed twice, and
right, that actively was murdering, that like this device that I was using that was actively killing me the entire time, right? Here, you can do it too, right? Yeah, it's absolutely crazy. How like I said, going back to the Revice, the fact that Iki and Daiji here really, actually really just ruins it for me, right? Like they really did not have to be here. Like they're only here to remind everyone, hey, this is still Revice, right? Like them showing episode 1 was fine, but they definitely did not have to show up again this episode, right?
Yeah, no, I mean it's a wild ass fucking episode.
So Hiromi mom has animated and she's dying, Right?
Yeah,
so Hiromi has to take
your mom's gonna die, blah blah blah. Yeah. You came home just in time.
Yeah, should have used did you say your work had a good family plan? You should try contacting your work. You're right, to ask them for assistance, right, about the family plan, right? You still work at that government job, right? You're still under their plans, right? Aren't you? Right, is what the doctor asked him. He's like,
yeah, hey,
oh, yeah.
just you got any benefits from that? You wanna figure that out?
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, nothing really happens with that. It's like, okay, yes, his mom dies. Oops. Dead Hiromi mom. Oops. He finds the courage to go back. Great. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
It's all just a really extended way to explain why Hiromi shows the fuck back up in the episode that he comes back, but it's like, this isn't the right answer. Like, this doesn't truly, like, make it good. Like,
yeah.
Sure, you've explained why, but it doesn't... Or you explained how he comes back, but you don't explain why, I guess. Like, it just doesn't work.
Yeah, his resolve his resolve of going to come back is just very weak as far as I can tell from the way that the special played out. You know, right? Like, if it was something like, oh yeah, he had to go back, I was like, oh, it's my mom's final days, you know, right? For me, right? For this and everything. So that's why he has to come back, right? To be with her. Why he can't just come back right away to Phoenix, right? Or to help Iki and the crew, right? Right, exactly, right,
yeah,
right, William, you know what I'm saying?
I heard every single word, Austin, I promise.
Yeah, no, it's like, this movie, it's really saying about how, like, this special just feels very weak as the reason for Hiromi to come back, right?
About his whole father situation, everyone's telling us, like, hey, man, you were bullied, and you look up to your father, go back to work.
Right, because we find out the whole reason of Hiromi's character, right, is the fact that his dad died, so he has to step up and be the and be the man, be the man of the house, I guess.
Because he's just right. Like, I mean, I get what they're trying to go for because they're doing this whole thing where he's essentially like, oh yeah, I admired what my father did, so I wanted to step up and be the kind of man that he was, and so that drives every single action, and is also why he has this catchphrase and everything. It's major motivation, right? Like I get that they're going for that, but I mean, and the thing is, it's fine. Like, the thing is, if we're being totally honest with this episode, I think it's fine, right? But the fact is that it does feel kind of bloated and a little overdrawn. Because the thing is, like, I get what they're going for. Like, he's getting his motivation again by looking at the kid and remembering that he used to stand up for them as his kind of ideal. But again, it's just kind of like, especially at the very least in the first episode, it just felt very long and drawn out. And here in the second episode, it's a good bit shorter, but it just kind of feels like there's a lot of unnecessary fluff, because you could have better explored it. Well, first of all, Wakabayashi, that's the commander's name, right? Like, the whole thing with him is just kind of feels wasted, you know, because like, I understand, again, this is just someone he also looks up to, because I guess he views him as his kind of father type of thing, right? But or mentor, yeah. But it's probably because his, you know, his fucking
Look, you can speak to that better than I can.
That's fine. Whatever. But it's just the kind of for a guy, his mentor, who has such a major impact, it just kind of feels like he has very little impact, at least in here in Dear Gaga. It just kind of feels wasted to me, because it's just kind of like he just makes comments here and there. It's like, are you gonna do this? Why are you still doing that? That's kind of it. But if it was a more like, if you cut out the whole child subplot and maybe like if you were to shorten the thing with his mother, right? Kept it into one single episode as they did here. And then have like these kind of conversations with Wakabayashi, and then him kind of like remembering his father, that kind of thing. If you were to keep that, it would probably a little bit be more tight knit. And then, you know, well, you only really needed to tell the story in one episode. 2 stories was a little too, or 2 episodes, I mean, were a little too long for this. And I also do agree with you, Tariq, about what you said earlier. The fact that like it would have been a lot better if it was interspersed in the mainline series as kind of like flashbacks. Like if they could have just gone, like maybe waited an episode or 2 and then have like do the whole Hiromi thing, and then have him be like, oh, I don't want, I'm not going back. I have amnesia, and then you can go ahead and explore that, like interspersed in like, because they showed him like or Daiji and Iki, going straight to fucking Hiromi like, I have amnesia, guy. And then you could have just continued on with what you have here, intersperse it in between episodes in certain moments, so that, you know, it builds up on him returning, and on basically, you know, you get to learn more of his character in the main storyline. Then it would have been a lot better. But the thing is, because this is kind of out the way, it's like, I watched the main storyline. I have no motivation to know why Hiromi is here, because he's already back by this point. Why would I want to know?
Right. Yeah. It's completely ass backwards of, like, both from a narrative standpoint and a production standpoint to make this the way that they did. So, you know, hey, look, can I appreciate the fact that, okay, cool, by the end of this, Hiromi walks off into the sunset, he goes, hey,
I'm back in, you know,
yeah,
right?
I'm
one
breaking,
last ride. One last ride,
I'm taking,
you know?
I'm slapping the concrete in my garage. I'm breaking out all my gold coins.
Also, I feel like we're missing a lot of context. The fact that the letter, I assume that the letter was written by his mom, obviously, right?
Yeah, it seems. I mean, that's what it appeared to be. But it's like he's basically going like, okay, look, I'm getting all my gold coins. I'm pulling out all my guns. I'm resuiting myself. I'm hoping that the concierge stays alive. And then I'm just going okay, time for me to go out and like get my revenge. And cool.
Mm-hmm.
But it's too little too late.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right.
It's in so many ways, it's too little too late. It wasn't, like, delivered properly, and it wasn't produced and released, like, broadcast in a time that would, like, hit it properly. Mm-hmm. So, hey, Dear Gaga, it happened. It's a thing.
Yeah.
But here's the thing that I really want to talk about with Dear Gaga, okay?
Yeah.
You are appreciated. When I was young, me and my Gaga had beef. 17 years old, kicked out on the streets. Though back at the time, I never thought I'd see her face. Ain't a woman alive that could take my Gaga's place. Suspended from school and scared to go home, I was a fool with the big boys breaking all the rules. I shed tears with my baby sister over the years. We was poorer than the other little kids. Even though we had different daddies, the same drama. When things went wrong, we'd blame Gaga. I reminisce on the stress I caused. It was hell, hugging on my Gaga from a jail cell. Who'd think in elementary day, hey, I'd see the penitentiary one day. And running from the police? That's right.
Oh, no.
Gaga catch me, put a whooping to my backside. And even as a crack fiend, Gaga, you always was a black queen, Gaga.
Oh my god. It's just...
So did Hiromi just leave his...
I finally understand, for a woman it ain't easy to raise a man.
Oh my god.
You always was committed. A poor single mother on welfare. Tell me how you did it. There's no way I can pay you back. But the plan is to show you that I understand. You are appreciated.
Oh, dude, we're gonna get copyright struck, dude. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, because I'm giving. I'm doing.
Look. Like Hiromi's return to the mainline series. All right. By this time,
lady, don't you know we love you, dear Gaga?
Oh my god.
Sweet lady, place no one above you. You are appreciated. This is actually pretty bad
in terms of release
lyrically,
and the stuff it adds doesn't help a lot. Right? That's my final say about this special.
Honestly, it's just
pour some liquor and I reminisce. Because through the drama, I can always depend on my Gaga.
We're gonna get struck down so hard. We don't even have a penny to our names.
Oh, we're gonna get struck down? Listen, the most attention we've gotten from YouTube is last episode of fucking goddamn Geets, when this fucker gave me COVID, and we fucking talked about COVID, and they decided to slap a COVID sticker on us.
Yeah, it was real funny. It's real funny. I think it might have been to the fact that I put COVID in the title, and I put COVID.
It might have. Maybe. There's a little bit of possibility there.
Oh my god, dude. No, but yeah, this show is just or at least not the show. Well, this little section.
These supplementary things were a fucking mistake, and thank God that Geats hasn't had to fucking devolve.
Yeah.
To
hey, wait, by the way, 27 episodes into Geats, no supplemental media.
I mean,
which
honestly,
is crazy.
that just sounds like a breath of fresh air because it sounds like they actually get all the story.
Oh no, trust me, William. The fact that you're going through apparently O-Ranger and it's going swimmingly, and the fact that I'm going through Geats and it's going swimmingly, it's like I've been separated. Like, just no, we're a border's been drawn between us, but like we could both be watching something good or two things good, but instead we had to both watch two things bad. Except I had to just watch it bad by myself with him. You bastard! You left me alone. You abandoned me. You abandoned me like your father did to you, you bastard!
Okay, but here's my question. Do you think if I start getting into Geats, then it'll start being bad? And if you start watching
you should get into Geats.
King Oger, it'll start being bad? Do you think that's the curse?
Well, see, here's the thing. I think that you should get into Geats. I know that I will never get into King Oger.
I don't know, man. The first 3 episodes are pretty lit.
Yeah, that's cool. Here's the secret, Cap. Yeah, this was a bad thing, and Revice should have tried harder, but also tried less hard, I guess, to just like not make the whole thing like a whole big goddamn piece. They
were really putting all their money on Revice with all that supplemental media.
Yeah,
I didn't pull through. Right. Yeah. So yeah, I know it wasn't good when the production changed literally right before the show aired. So you know, that should have been the first warning sign. When they literally advertised the show's concept and then changed it right before the show aired.
These things are stabilizing now, so we won't get some fluctuating storylines.
Yeah. Oh wait, are you saying this is the new normal now? Is that what you're saying?
It wouldn't be the new normal if people decided to get vaxxed like they should have. But hey, you know, that's not on me.
Or wear masks, William. Yeah. Or wear masks. Hey, William, I gotta really insist. Wearing masks is important. Because sometimes, even if you're not the one like you might not have been exposed to it at the time, but then if the person that you were there was at the same exposure point, and then you go to dinner with that person and they weren't wearing a mask, then you wind up getting exposed, and then it's a problem. I'm just saying. That might be a thing.
That's the episode.
Oh yeah, that's the episode. Dear Mama!
Thanks, bye.